And then you have your government purchases. That's the obvious one. You have your U.S. exports, but you have to subtract your U.S. imports, of course, to get your net. It's the consumption of fixed capital. That's the number that's throwing you, that 11.8.
But that's supposed to be added into national income.
When
like
you,
the next.
Yeah, so when you go in and you
Yeah, I wasn't adding that because it was added to national income, national domestic product, and not the GDP. Right?
Right. And that's what got me, because I missed it, and I just said, I'm going crazy. I can't figure out what this is. And it was consumption of fixed capital. Don't ask me why. I have no idea how you say fixed capital. I mean, I assume that means investment, right? Because the fixed capital is equipment, factories, things like that. And since you're consuming it.
Yeah, gross private domestic investment is fixed capital.
Because everything else on there, of course, doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, and you can't add it.
Yeah. And that's what it was. It was that consumption of fixed capital.
Yeah, I worked on the problem for like 30 minutes, and I'm like, I can't. I'm giving up.
Yeah. No, I understand. It drove me crazy.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Toilet paper.
Let's see, minus.
Well, how do you guys do it? Do you just start going through the quiz, or?
Yeah, if we're ready, we can start that, or if anyone has any other questions.
I'm sorry. That's normally not in our group hangout. That's not normally what we do, but nobody answered my question on the discussion board. I think I put it
Yeah, I didn't check that out. All right.
Or I was going to wait.
Open up the quiz.
Yeah, so I've got it here. You have to subtract that fixed capital. That's what. So I went through. Yeah, it was GDP minus fixed capital consumption of 11.8. Because it's depreciation or something like that. Oh wait, no, that was on a net domestic product equals GDP minus fixed cap. I'm sorry. So that'd be you're either adding it in or subtracting it. It's one of the two. But that's what it is. It's that fixed capital. I mean,
well, in the NDP, you subtract the fixed capital. But you're saying in gross domestic product, you add the capital.
You must have to, because in order to get the gross, you've got to have it in there. In order to get net, you're taking it away.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So.
And just a heads up, I mean, if there's one that's really stumping you and you get it wrong, afterwards you can look at it and click on show correct answer, and it explains step by step how to get it. So that helps. So just FYI.
Yeah. I'm fine if I get one of them incorrect, but if the very first question I can't get right, then the other two are going to be like I can't get the other two without the first one. So.
Right, that's frustrating. Yeah.
I wasn't going to submit, and I haven't finished a couple other questions too. So.
All right. So are you guys ready for the quiz, or?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. I could read the first question. It says, which of the following is a primary use for national income accounts? And then to analyze the environmental cost of economic growth, to assess the economic efficiency of specific industries in the economy, to measure changes in the value of production and income in the economy, or to determine whether there is a fair and equitable distribution of income in the economy.
Well, it's
I'd go
definitely
with,
not the last one.
wouldn't
What's
it be-
that?
I said it's definitely not number 4.
Oh, not number 4. Okay.
Well, it's not number 1 either. We don't care about the environmental cost. It's 1 or it's 2. I mean, it's B or C.
My guess
Yeah.
is C, because we aren't looking at specific industries at a national level.
Right. We're looking at the whole. It's macro. So isn't it C to measure changes?
Yeah, that's what I'd go with.
Okay.
Sweet. All right, who's got 2?
I'll read it. GDP is the market value of resources, land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship in an economy in a given year. All final goods and services produced in an economy in a given year. Can we just stop there?
Yeah, I think that's it.
I agree.
I third.
The number 2. All final goods and services produced in the economy in a given year.
Yep.
I'll go next. To avoid multiple counting in national income accounts, only final goods and services should be counted.
I think
Check.
that's it.
Done.
Yep, that's it.
Nice. All right, I'll take number 4, I guess. Subtracting the purchase of intermediate products and supplies from the value of the sales of final products determines the amount of net investments for a business, profit and cost, value added from the economic activity, or surplus of deficit from the economic activity.
That's going to be one of the last 2. I'm not
Yeah.
certain.
I think it's value added.
It's going to be value because you've taken away all the cost.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like with that question, it helps that the actual question has value in it.
Value
you-
sales.
Yeah.
For each value added value. Oh, I remember that.
Well, I've got number 5. Number 5 is the 2 ways of looking at GDP are the output approach and expenditures approach, income approach and saving approach, expenditures approach and income approach, or output approach and consumption approach. That one looks to be number C.
It is C.
Expenditures, production, income. Okay.
Okay. For some reason, I was kind of thinking A a little bit. So what? So expenditures is that the one where you're doing the final price, or is that the value added? Or I mean,
That's whatever you spend, like spending, personal spending, corporate spending. All that is. I mean, I guess you could look. It could be considered an output approach, but the term that they used in the book was expenditures approach.
so expenditures and income. Oh, income is just, okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
It says right here in the book, we look at GDP in the same 2 ways. We can view GDP as a sum of all money spent in buying it. That is the output approach, or expenditures. And then in terms of income derived, or creating from producing it, that's the earnings or allocation approach, which is called the income approach.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, if they'd done income approach with output approach, it would have been the correct answer, but they didn't ever pair that one up.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking output sounded familiar, but that's where I had heard it, I guess. Okay. 6 says the GDP deflator or price index equals gross private domestic investment less the consumption of fixed capital, gross national product less foreign factor income earned in the U.S., nominal GDP divided by real GDP, or real GDP divided by nominal GDP. Is it nominal divided by real?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
Price index equals nominal divided by real. I'm just sneeze. Okay. Is it my turn?
Go
No, it's
ahead.
Michael's. Matt's turn.
I'll go. Base year is 2005. The GDP price index in 2004 is 92. This implies that, okay, output in 2005 was higher than in 2004. Prices in 2005 were higher than in 2004. Output in 2005 was lower than in 2004. Prices in 2005 were lower than in 2004.
It's got to be the prices, one of the two prices.
It's, what is it? The rule, remind me, anything under 100 is,
It's going to be,
isn't
less
it just
than 100.
lower?
The lower prices are going to be the year, the generally are going to be the year before because of inflation. So it would be prices were higher in 2005 than in 2004 is what I'm thinking.
Right, but what is a number lower than 100 on a price index mean again?
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to find it.
Because I'm drawing a blank. Price index was something I stunk at.
Price index is what you divide one of the
500.
you times the output of the base year times the no, I don't remember exactly. Sorry.
What is it?
Would it help at all if we just came up with a number for GDP and divided it by 0.92? Does that help at all? Like,
I don't know.
the base years.
You could do that, but you'd have to have two numbers to compare it to. So if you say 2004 and 2005 were 100 and 150, now we have to do it both, which isn't really a big problem. I mean, it's not mathematically difficult.
Yeah, because one of the questions in the Learn Smart had that, like where it said the base price was 100 or something like that. I remember because I got it wrong. But
And I had that written down, so I was struggling with it. Give me a second. Gotta have it somewhere.
I can't find it in my book.
That's on table 7.7 in the book under real world considerations and data, page 164, 165. And there's a table that shows like the years and the price index, and there's actually 2005 was 92.
Huh.
But I'm trying to figure out what that means.
No, well, okay, so here's price index, guys, just so you understand, right? We have a base year, right? The base year is 100, okay? If the price index compared to the base year is, say, 125, okay, or 0.25, that would mean that prices rose 25% from the base year, okay? Are you following as far as that goes? So if we have something, if we got 0.92, if it's saying 92%, then that should mean that prices rose 92% from the base year. Do you understand?
Okay.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Okay, but when in our question we don't have the other price index, we just have the one price index in 2 years. So
Right.
I'm not sure what the implication is.
That's that's what I'm a little lost on, because it's like, okay, if I say the base, but no, that's the point. The base year is 2005, so the base year is 100.
100. Okay,
Okay.
I get it.
And
Yep.
the GDP price index of the year before is 92.
That means prices were lower in 2004.
Right. They would only be 92%
of 2005's.
Of 2005's, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
so B is correct then. Prices in 2005 were higher than
Right.
2004.
That's if I understand that principle correctly, that's how it
Yeah.
works. There's always 100. Everything is, if it was 125, it would have been 25% more than the base year. In this case, it is technically 8% less, or
Yeah.
whatever.
So you got to look for the base year, that
Yes.
key word.
That's the key word, which you automatically, as soon as you see base year, just put the number 100
Okay,
in your mind.
that makes sense. That makes more sense.
So prices were higher in 2008. Or 2005, sorry, than in 2004.
Right.
That's the B.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, in an economy, the total expenditures for a market basket of goods in year one, the base year, was 5,000 billion. 5,000 billion? Should we just say 5 billion?
That is a lot.
5,000 billion. I got that in my pocket right now.
Yeah,
5,000 billion.
just say
5
5
trillion.
billion? That's kind of weird.
Like as if it wasn't enough.
In year two, the total expenditure for the same market basket of goods was 5,500 billion. What was the GDP price index for the economy in year two? So we need to use our calculator or use.
Well, using simple math, that would be 10% higher, right? Because you're adding on 500, so it'd be 110.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah. So the easy equation I try and do is the year divided by the base year and then times 100, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So the base year, yeah, the year divided by the base year.
Okay.
Awesome.
Wait, back to me. Are we on number 9 now?
Yeah.
Answer the question based on the following price and output data over a 5-year period for an economy that produces only one good. Assume that year 2 is the base year.
So we need to find out what the price and output is, just those two together, for the base year. And
Well,
then
nominal is simply for year 4 is just 18 times 5, I think. We don't need to know the real, right? We just need.
That's correct. All you're doing is multiplying.
oh, that's right.
Units of
I was
output
thinking
price.
real. I was
Oh,
thinking
So
nominal
that's
GDP.
90.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
that's 90.
Getting confused with the homework that I spent forever on today.
Right.
All right.
Does everybody understand how to do the math though on number 8?
I think I do.
The real math. Okay, as long as you understand. I mean, it's real easy, but I just want to make sure because it took me a few minutes to learn.
Number 9, you can teach me that if you'd like.
Nominal is really easy. Nominal is always just simply units of output times the price.
Okay.
Right? We want to say, yeah, that's the maximum value. We're not adjusting for inflation or deflation. We just want to say, yeah, we made this much money and everything's great.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the literal number rather than adjusting it at all.
Correct.
So.
It's like the amount of money you make is income, right? Yeah, we nominally make 80 grand and then taxes kick in. And then there's tithing and fast offering and children.
Let's not forget health insurance.
So you're broke at the end of the year.
And that car that we really wanted really bad.
The insurance for the car.
Yeah, let's not get depressing. Let's move on to number 10.
Okay, so what number 9?
Number 9 is 90.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so it's just
18 times 5. Nominal is always just what you see there, multiply it.
okay.
We're
So-
doing 18 times 5 because that's year 4 or whatever.
Yeah, it just the top sentence tricks you a little bit, like makes you think that you're going to actually use the base year, right? But you
Right,
don't.
exactly.
Apply
You don't need it in this one. Right.
Not this one. We probably will later. Number 10 is nominal GDP differs from real GDP because A, nominal GDP is based on constant prices. B, real GDP is based on current prices. C, real GDP results from adjusting for changes in the price level. Or D, nominal GDP results from adjusting for changes in the price level.
C.
Which one?
C or 3, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The third one, yeah.
Yeah. Real GDP is when you adjust for inflation or deflation.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. 11 says the following are incomes earned but not received by the nation's households except, so they're earned but not received. Okay. Corporate income taxes, Social Security contribution, transfer payments, undistributed corporate profits. So it's saying except. So
Well, I don't understand. Well,
so I think they were saying Social Security contribution. I mean,
yeah, that's not earned.
right. That's how they put it. So I think that would be the answer, right? Because it's saying except.
Right.
Okay.
And it's not received by the nation's household because the transfer payment is received. That kicks that one out.
Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering because I thought it was the transfer payments, but it's not because it is received by nation's household transfer payments.
Huh. So that one's Social Security contribution, okay.
Yeah, because you earn it and then you pay it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt, you're up, I think.
Personal income will equal disposable income when corporate profits are 0, personal taxes are 0, transfer payments are 0, Social Security contributions are 0. It's personal taxes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You said personal taxes?
Yeah. When you don't have to give, just imagine all the money being yours. There is no other bill. It's all disposable.
Yeah.
Oh, what a world.
For sure. We'll get there eventually.
Okay, GDP does not include which of the following activities? Business installing anti-pollution equipment, household spending to enhance security in the neighborhoods, couples remodeling their own homes, families eating out in restaurants. Okay, let's see.
I'd go with C.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
But
Why would it be no? I'm just
yeah,
curious.
but they're buying things to make their home better.
That's what I understand. I mean, if I go out and I buy,
Doesn't say that they're buying anything. It just says that they're remodeling. Everything else
Right.
is something that's specific expenditure.
yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
Okay.
Because everything else, they're actually buying a final product. It doesn't say
Yeah.
they're buying a final product. Thank you.
You're welcome. Occasionally get something right.
All right, number 14. GDP excludes most non-market transactions. Therefore, GDP tends to underestimate the rate of inflation in the economy, overestimate the rate of inflation in the economy, overestimate the amount of production of the economy, and underestimate the amount of production in the economy.
What does it mean by non-market transactions?
I don't understand this one.
Yeah.
There was.
Isn't non-market anything that's we're talking about Wall Street?
You want me to read
market, but I think it might be saying that real GDP excludes the underground market, so it would underestimate the amount of production in the economy.
Yeah. Would underestimate the amount of production. Like, here's the.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, it's talking about underground market,
Okay.
Yeah.
not
That
non-market.
makes sense.
Okay.
Like the services of stay-at-home parents, for example, and the labor of carpenters to repair their own home, and all the things that
Oh, here it goes.
unpaid work.
Okay, so it's underestimating the amount of production.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amount of production. D. Okay.
And the next one, we just answered the next one. So.
Are we calling it
Underground.
unpaid work?
Yes.
Well,
I think it's illegal.
Illegal activities?
they said
I'd
most of
say
it was tax evasion, if I remember right.
Oh, gee.
Here,
I would go with B or D, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
okay, the underground economy, yes, you're right. It says it is illegal.
Yep.
So illegal activities.
It's mostly made up of illegal. I thought they had tax evasion in there as well.
Well, that
Okay.
is illegal.
Oh, wait a minute, though.
Yeah.
See, isn't that a double? Isn't tax evasion illegal?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, the activity itself.
yourself illegal. Unpaid work, illegal. So
Yeah, let's just go with the illegal activities.
I think that one's wrong, but I'll go with you guys.
which one do you think it is, Dan?
I think it's the tax evasion activities.
Well-
I don't think that Mexico is #1 for underground economy because they're trying to evade taxes in Mexico.
That is a good point.
I don't think they have a really high tax system.
Yeah.
I don't know. What else does it say?
In the paragraph, it says embedded in our economy is a flourishing, productive underground sector. Some of the people who conduct businesses there are gamblers, smugglers, prostitutes, fences of stolen goods, drugs, growers, drug dealers. They have good reason to conceal their incomes. Most participants in the underground economy, however, engage in perfectly legal activities, but choose illegally not to report their full incomes to the Internal Revenue Service.
Okay, so
And it doesn't say anything about tax evasion in that entire paragraph about the underground.
It does not report. That's a tax evasion.
Okay.
right. No, that's totally true. But that's what I'm saying. Isn't tax evasion illegal?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it still be?
Not by the definition they give here, because they say that most people are not involved in the illegal activities. The only crime that they commit is the tax evasion.
Well,
Okay.
everything
I'll go with
they
tax
listed was illegal, though.
No,
Drug dealing, prostitution.
Well, that
No,
was
but-
no. They said that's the small group is the illegal, and then they said the big group though is just mostly. It's like the waitress or the waiter who doesn't report their tips.
Right.
It says, however, engage in perfectly legal activities, but choose illegally not to report their full incomes to the IRS.
Okay, I'll go with tax evasion.
I have been swayed.
I think it's illegal activities as well because I did the Learn Smart and I think it was illegal activities, but we'll do tax evasion. And Dan, if I get 99%,
Wow,
you can shoot me.
tough. It's tough.
You have to do all the questions next week. By
That's
yourself.
brutal. Yeah.
no, you have to help me with all my homework next week. I'm doing.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. If that's the question we get wrong, I'll help you with your homework next week.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Is it whose turn is it?
Mine. 16. Which of the following is included in the expenditures approach to GDP? Spending on meals by consumers at restaurants,
Yes.
expenditures. Is it that one?
Yes.
It's top.
All right. Spending on meals by consumers. Sweet.
Number 1, spending on meals.
Yep. Is it my turn? I don't know.
该你了. That means your turn in Chinese. Go ahead.
The value of corporate stocks and bonds traded in a given year is totally useless. And wait, whoa.
It's excluded.
It's included in the calculation of GDP. No. It's excluded because they make no contribution whatsoever to current production of goods and services.
Correct.
That B is what I believe as well.
It is B.
Okay. Net exports is a positive number when a nation's exports of goods and services are increasing. A nation's exports of goods and services.
Exports of goods and services exceed imports.
C.
It's imports, yes.
Yep.
C.
C.
So C, as in Charlie.
All right. National income is the sum of employee compensation, profits, and the following items except rent, interest, depreciation, or consumption of fixed capital, or taxes on production and imports.
Is it depreciation?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yes, depreciation.
Yes. Because depreciation, consumption of fixed capital is help me out here, guys, the business end of things.
Right.
It's not the national income. It's not for employees. It's
Right. It's for each business to itself.
Yes, exactly.
All right, last one.
Okay, question on that one.
Which one?
19. Okay, so it says national income is the sum of employee compensation, profits, and the following items except all the list, and you guys said it was depreciation or consumption of fixed capital.
Right.
This one I'm a little bit iffy on, so please explain to me why it is not interest. That is the exception.
Rent
Interest
and
is part of national income. Right?
Well, no, here's an easier way to do it. So national income. How are you making money as an individual? You can be compensated, right? Salary, wages, profits, you sold something, right? You got paid rent on something. You collected interest on something, right? Or there were taxes on production and imports, right? Through a company. You have fixed capital. I've got a tractor. I don't make any money off of using the tractor and it depreciating.
Gotcha.
Like a business.
Thank you for explaining that one. I knew you guys were right, but I wasn't quite wrapping my head around why it was the right answer.
Not a problem.
Okay. 20. 1 year nominal GDP was 286 billion and the price index was 88. Real GDP that year was either 252 billion, 325 billion, 308 billion, or 262 billion.
I'm getting 325.
Okay, so 88 divided by 100 equals 0.88 times 286.
You would do the billions divided by 0.88, I think.
Yeah, so it's 252 because I come out with 251.68.
286 divided by 0.88 is 325.
Yeah.
You did times.
You got to divide it.
You multiplied to get the 252. And it was actually 251 point something.
Right. I'm multiplying. Why would I divide?
That's just how you do it. You do 286 divided by 0.88. Like that's
the way.
Yeah, so real GDP is nominal GDP divided by price index, which is 286 divided by 88.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Real GDP.
I'm sorry.
times 100, which is 325.
88 times 100. So 325 billion.
Yes.
Okay. So there's only one problem with that.
Only one.
Isn't real GDP?
What's that?
We're adjusting. If it was 100, right? This is my problem. So my nominal is always the big number, typically, but I'm adjusting for inflation or deflation. If I'm saying 100 is 100%, shouldn't that number actually be less?
88 means we're adjusting up for the inflation to show what it is currently. So
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. So, you could think of it as this: 286 is 88% of what number? How's that? So
Okay.
it's 88% of 325.
Okay. Good deal. I understand. 325 it is.
Okay, you guys ready to submit and see if I'm right or you guys were right?
Oh, I'm so ready to see if you're right. I'm excited. Legal activities, here we come.
I do know you're very smart, Dan. You're way smarter than me, so I trust your judgment.
19 out of 20.
Uh-oh, I may be wrong.
Oh, I haven't even submitted yet. Which one was it?
Don't know yet.
Oh, just go to that one.
Oh, it was 11.
It was the number 11.
Number 11 is the one that's wrong.
Transfer payments.
I told you transfer payments.
What? You were correct.
It's transfer payments are something from the government. We don't earn them. Oh, sorry, Rachel.
No, you were right on the other one, which I thought, a couple of us thought were wrong. So.
Yeah, you had the tax evasion right.
Yeah, you did have the tax evasion. Good job.
Strange how he knows a lot about tax evasion, though.
A little suspicious, I'd say.
Just saying.
Yeah, you guys can think what you want. I know the truth.
Nice.
That's funny.
So we need to go through and kind of highlight the questions for James because he's not here. I've got the thing up. If you kind of help me go through the questions so I can send that to him, so he gets a better score than we do.
Okay.
I know the answer to number 11.
Okay. I'll just say
wait,
the number of the question, and if you guys say A, B, C, or D, that will help me out. So number 1.
Hey, is it wrong? I can just print this to a PDF and attach it to an email.
Do that then.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good
A
idea.
lot simpler.
I mean, it'll still show that one wrong answer, but at least it has the arrow by the right one.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'll do this one.
If it's simpler, I'm all for that. I was doing it the hard way. Thanks for figuring that one out.
Yeah, no problem. I'll just attach it and send it to everybody.
Cool.
Oh, and we need to do the mind map. I almost forgot that one.
That's what we got to do.
Mind map.
What's the easiest way to grab all the terms and throw them on a...
We've already figured that out.
Yeah, Rachel has a really cool program that we use.
We tell Rachel the words and she types them in. It's easy.
Yeah, we just got to get the relationships between one another. So that's our job. Her job is typing.
Okay. Look at my screen and you tell me what to put where.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
Okay.
Professional. Wait a minute.
Okay, I think we're going to have multiple central topics like gross domestic product, GDP, NDP. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because there's probably going to be not a central one like we have been going off
Perhaps
of.
GDP could be central, could it? Or no?
Yes, because everything is off of GDP. We can't figure out anything
Yeah,
until we have that.
GDP's off of that.
So everything's off of GDP.
Yeah, let's try that, and if we find something that doesn't work out, we'll adjust it then.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So we've got GDP.
Okay.
Okay, just so I'm on the right spot, we're on page 186, 168 of the reading for our terms, correct?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
So national income accounting, that is a branch of GDP, right? Because that's what.
No, that's just what it helps compile the information. It's not even a product of it.
The national income accounting is the techniques used to measure the overall production
Right.
in the economy. So I guess it could be kind of above GDP because you get GDP through using that analysis system.
Right.
So is it a topic or a subtopic?
It's its
So
own
perhaps-
topic. Really.
It's its own thing.
Okay.
Well, maybe GDP could be coming off of national income accounting because that's
That
how
would
it's
Yeah.
found out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
but wouldn't you have the expenditures approach and the income approach then in between those two? Because there's two different ways to come up with.
Yeah, you do the
Sure, you
national
could.
income approach, then main topic 1 would be expenditures approach, main topic 2 would be the income approach, and both of them would then have to go back to GDP.
Right, because that's just all figuring it out.
Okay, so what's our central topic? Men.
It's still GDP because everything is going to spawn off of GDP. Right? Everything. When you say GDP, what does it consist of? You've got 4 of them right there. CIGX. So there's those 4 things they'll be off to the side.
Rachel, how many main topics can you do off of that top one?
I can do as many main topics, but this GDP is a central topic,
Okay.
so I can only have one central topic.
Okay, let's do GDP as a central and have one main topic be the national income accounting and have it relate directly to the GDP and only the GDP, and then have our 2 approaches also coming off of that national income accounting because they don't really tell us anything about anything else besides that methodology.
So which ones are coming off of national income accounting?
Have expenditures approach and the income approach. Both be off of that one. And then we can have everything else kind of branch off of GDP into its own area.
Okay. Okay.
What about
Go ahead. We're gonna go down the list, I guess. So, intermediate goods.
But Matt, I can't see your paper if you lift it up a little bit higher.
So if we had GDP, you got your CIGS, everything consumer expenditures is durable, non-durable, and services. And then from there, you're just adding in all the other things like your intermediate goods, your final goods. They're all splitting off of this.
I do like having those be the next ones to go out. Does that make sense, Rachel?
Yeah.
Sorry, my writing's not very great right there, but
The next one is interest. Oh, my hands are so cold. Freezing in my center. Gross and private domestic investment.
right.
Next one is
Government expenditure. Yeah. Or government purchases, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
Net
Net-
exports.
Net exports.
hey guys, sorry, I need to hold on for a minute. I have to go. I need to go tell my maid something real quick.
No problem.
Okay, sorry. I have to normally pick up my son around 11:40, and I told my maid to go do it today, and I wanted to make sure she had left already. Okay. Net exports. Okay, got that. And then off of the 4 categories, right?
Yeah. Off consumer expenditures should be the durable, non-durable, and the services.
Is that one topic or
No,
durable services?
those are 3 different terms they gave us.
Durable goods
Durable.
is one.
Okay.
Then you add another one. You have non-durable goods.
Okay.
And the third one is services.
Okay. Gross private domestic investment.
And guys, where would we put somewhere underneath those? Somehow we should have the final goods and intermediate goods. Where would you put them though?
That would be under P, right? Like as a, because that's part of the GVHP final and final goods and services.
Well, do we want to put that under our different approaches because those are ways that we look at them because of those different perspectives. We call them an intermediate good because of that approach. As far as
The expenditures approach.
the expenditures approach, we're not going to count. We aren't going to count the intermediate goods, just the final goods, and we have to label a specific set intermediate and a specific set final goods. So I would think we put those labels underneath the approaches, or even under national income accounting, because those are one way that we view all this information.
Yeah, that should be under expenditures approach. He's right.
Both of them.
Yeah, because we're not going to differentiate. We're just going to say the expenditures used as the final, and then we just put intermediate underneath.
Wait, final and then intermediate underneath.
Right. Somewhere in there we should put multiple counting, guys.
What if we put multiple counting right underneath that, or in between final and intermediate goods? Because that's why you have the determination there.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
So put it.
Put it under final goods. You can do. You could just multiple
Perfect.
counting, and then underneath multiple counting, do the intermediate goods. Now, for value added, don't we want to look at that under the investments, or is that someplace else? Or I'm trying to think of where we should put value added.
Well, it says sold by a firm, less the value of the products, materials purchased and used by the firm. So that would not go under gross
That would
profit.
be intermediate goods, right? Because that's considered an intermediate good.
No, he's talking about the value added, like the profit. I don't know. You could put it under gross private domestic investment.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, let's put it over there. It's really hard with the format that we have to really put them in a place that they actually exist.
Right.
Should almost just be a gigantic cloud with everything thrown in there willy-nilly.
Spider web.
Gee, overlord. Okay.
Okay, we did expenditures, income. Net private domestic investment should be under gross private domestic investment, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Under that should be consumption of fixed capital,
That makes sense.
because that's the depreciation of the factories and all the equipment and everything that goes into it.
And wouldn't under that need to go net domestic product?
Yes.
Services. Oh, we already got services. Okay. Go.
We need to do taxes on production and imports. I would throw that under net exports.
Right.
personally.
Okay.
Should be
Which
there.
one tax on production and imports?
It's taxes on production and imports, so it's both.
Okay.
Okay.
Taxes. Where's the national income? Do we have that one on there yet?
No, we don't.
Okay.
Which one are you looking for?
National.
income.
Better? Okay, which one?
Would that kind of go with gross private domestic investment?
No, because now these things are all separate subtopics. I mean, when we're looking at these things, I mean,
Yeah.
net domestic product is, now we're formulating something off of GDP between nominal and real.
Would national income go off of the income approach then?
Sure. Yeah. Because that goes into it.
National income goes where? Income approach?
Underneath that, yes.
And then you could put personal income and disposable income immediately underneath that.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Okay.
Domestic. Okay. Income, disposable income.
Nominal GDP. Do we just put that as a kind of a subset off of GDP? Or
Well, yeah, because nominal, real, price index, and base year are all a separate thing from everything we've been talking about.
yeah, I do. No. I do under nominal GDP. I'd put your base year, price index, and then real GDP at the bottom, because you kind of go through those steps to find the real GDP.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Yep, that looks good.
Do we get everything on there?
Okay.
Base year, price index, real, nominal. disposable personal net domestic product.
We have net domestic, private domestic. No, we don't have net domestic.
Domestic product is right there underneath where it should be. So you have that.
Yep.
Consumption,
Government purchase.
fixed capital. Okay, yeah, we're good.
Yep, we got all 26.
Yep, you're good.
All right.
Woo-hoo.
Nothing underneath government purchases.
Not really with the way they have it listed here.
That pretty much sums up government purchases, though, right?
They do whatever they want and say
It's just kind of like a giant void where our taxes go.
Yeah.
Okay, export.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You're going to go ahead and send us a copy of that one, correct?
Yes. Well.
I don't know what's going on, Rachel, but your internet connection was working really well today.
Yeah. They like me today. China
Hasn't-
likes me.
It hasn't blacked out at all.
That's good. Does it normally when I'm doing the mind map?
Yeah. Sometimes it blacks out for a couple minutes and then comes back later.
Michael, sometime you're going to have to teach us how to do that. Just
So
so we,
you go to Xmind and download Xmind and then use them.
Okay, that's all the effects that you have, right? The effects app you just downloaded? Oh no.
awesome.
Not
yeah,
quite.
I had to do Google Hangouts for a stats class online, and so that's how I learned about this.
Very cool.
What is that?
Yeah, it's
Wait,
pretty fun.
what's happening with your pictures?
Wait, what's that?
It's in Greece or somewhere now. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm traveling the world.
Pretty awesome. That's how he
One
rolls.
click at a time.
That's how he rolls.
Let's see.
Well, once we're done here, I'll go ahead and post this link in the discussion board, and we should be good to go.
Guys, how does it work with the mind map? Do we submit it individually?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rachel usually emails it to all of us and as a JPEG, and then we can upload it that way.
Oh, okay, great. All right, guys, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you guys will have a good night. Oh, who's doing it next week?
And does the same time still work for everybody?
Yeah, I just have
think
to
the
rush
same
on.
time works.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Who's doing it next week?
I can try to, but so far when I've tried, I haven't really had the option to record. So I mean, I could give it another try, but I can't guarantee it'll work.
Well,
So-
if you can do what you're doing right now, I'm pretty sure you can figure out how to do go hang out.
All right. Well, let's see how it goes.
If you run into trouble, let us know like 10, 15 minutes beforehand, and maybe one of the others can set it up.
Sure. Sounds good.
Good deal.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Thanks.
Take care, everybody.
Bye, guys.
See you.
Okay, bye.